I'm waiting to see if who's coming in. I see we got somebody in here. Hey, Miss Pearl, what's up, baby? You still driving OTR with your teammate? I saw you were driving with somebody on your channel a while back. Can you hear me okay? Can you hear me okay? I'm good. Hey, Earl, what's up, man? I'm doing good. I'm here in Colorado. I had to come up to Hudson because Denver didn't have any parking at TA, and I have free showers here at Love's anyway. So it's about 30 minutes, 39 minutes from Denver. So I drove up here. I'm waiting for a load. I'm probably going to get a reset, which I can probably use. Just got a shower because I had free ones. What you guys up to today? Miss Pearl, are you still driving? Because I thought you went OTR with a friend. At least when I looked at your channel last, I saw you went OTR with somebody. You were like teaming with somebody. I'm eating, y'all. I'm hungry as hell. I delivered yesterday to King Super. Okay. Okay. I just went trying to do lease purchase. It's a walkaway lease. I just started. I went to orientation Monday. So that's why I said I probably only got like 19, 20 hours. So they probably going to let me do a reset. And they were late loading the load that I just took to King Super in Denver. So, okay. And then my driver manager, I haven't dealt with their weekend crew. So I don't know how good they are. So I'm okay with that. It lets me kind of work on this truck a little bit. Oh, okay. Yeah, I saw the video on this pro where you were driving with him. Or you were riding with somebody and I thought you were teaming with him. Okay. Well, if y'all can team, though, you can make some money if y'all end up together. I understand. And how you doing, Earl? Okay, yeah, I'm gonna be, the company I'm with is based out of, well, one of their terminals is based out of Denton. So I'm based out of the Denton terminal. And I've moved to Lubbock temporarily. And then I'm gonna buy me some land. I'm doing good, Earl. I delivered my first load with this company. Got to the shipper pretty much on time, but they didn't have the load ready until like way in the evening and my hours had run out. And then they wanted to load here to Denver at 12 yesterday, which wasn't going to happen because I didn't put the load up till the next morning. Well, I was there, but, I couldn't leave till the next morning because it wasn't ready and my hours hadn't come back. So I got the load here to Denver about 5 o'clock to King Super. They unloaded it last night. And then I just said, hey, Miss Tasha. And then I just sat there in King Super's lot yesterday evening and just slept. And then this morning I got up and I was trying to find a shower. I was going to go and just pay for one because we haven't used TA yet. So I don't have any showers on my TA card, but I have like some points. But that Denver TA is horrid. It's all paid for damn parking for most of the damn parking. I have a handicap placard because when I broke my ankle, and hell, I couldn't even use that. That was even taken up. So then I just looked for who I had a free parking with. And they had me fueling at that Pilot, I think in Aurora. I think that's that ghetto Pilot. I can't. I hate that Pilot. I mean, if I got to get in, I'm get in, get out. There's a blue beacon in the back that you can wait all year, 9 days and 8 months to get washed out. So I came to this Love's and I said, we'll just deal with that in the morning. I got enough fuel to last me for a day or two. So I'm straight. But I'm doing all right. Yeah, I got a Earl. I got a Miss Tasha, Miss Pearl. I don't know if you know. It's a 2019 International. Don't like the International. I drove them back in 2010 and 11. They're just very cheaply made trucks. The only good thing about this truck is the turning radius is amazing. The backing capability is really good. It does have a Cummins engine. That's the other good thing. So mechanically, it seems to be better than what it was in 2010 and 11. Interior is cheap as shit. There's so much stuff falling apart already in this truck, and it's a 2019. It only had 24, just under 25,000 miles. This shit's falling apart. The little slide out desk table is coming up, is detaching from the rail. I'm gonna do a tour and show y'all half the stuff. The other thing I don't like about this truck, which is a safety issue, the locks, whenever you stop to lock the doors, like if you turn the truck off, the damn truck unlocks itself. I'm like, it totally unlocks itself. That's a security issue. Both doors. And then what you have to do, you have to hit your lock button when you get out to lock that door on the right. And then you have to make sure you lock this door with your key. And I'm just like, and so if you're a trucker and you know how we get tired at night, and the first thing you do is you shut the truck off, you climb back in the bunk, you ain't thinking about nothing but getting in the bunk. If you, especially females, so I don't know if anybody go back and watch this, if you in the international, make sure you lock your shit at night, because it just unlocks itself as soon as you turn the truck off. Now we have it's like an auto start stop, so when the voltage meter drops down below a certain level, it will turn the truck on and off. And then I have a auto climate control for the sleeper, whether hot or cold. And we also still have the bunk heater, so I could just have the truck off and use the bunk heater. But I do the auto start stop because I also have direct TV back there. They have the satellite up there, and I'm getting ready to see because I think this might have Wi-Fi. I'm gonna find out if we can use that too. So far the treatment was good at the company. As with most companies, I don't know what it is where trucking companies just can't do what they say instead of these slick willy stuff. But you have to look at what demon is the best. They did keep most of what they told us. Well, they did but they did it in a roundabout way. So our sign-on bonus was $1,000, $500 for orientation, $500 once we set our butt in the truck. You get the second $500 once you complete your first load. So you have to email the orientation head, and then she throws it on a prepaid com data card. The first $500, y'all got to get this. This is going to blow your mind. So we sitting in the class at the end of our orientation. All of us have passed except for one person. He's waiting for his drug screen. It took him a while to get that. And I just talked to him. So he finally came through Friday, but most of us left out on Thursday. So they paid for all your meals. So your breakfast was included with the Best Western Plus. You had a room to yourself. It was real nice. I got to upload that video. If I haven't done it, I don't think I've done it. I had to upload that video. They give you a meal voucher, which I didn't know the first day I got there. So I went over to Cracker Barrel and got me something to eat. And then when I got back to the room, I was in the elevator. This dude was delivering pizza. I was like, oh, you got a menu? I might get that tomorrow, because I wasn't sure that they pay for your meals. He said, are you with XYZ Company? I said, yeah. He said, did you just come in? I said, yeah. He said, they should have given you a packet that had some vouchers in there for us, some coupons. They pay for your meal. I'm like, oh. So when I got back to the room, there were 2 vouchers in there. So I went and ordered a pizza, which is in my refrigerator. I just put it in a Ziploc. But they paid for that. You had like 4 or 5 different restaurants. Dickies, Cowboy Chicken, which actually is pretty good. Which I also like. This Romans or something pizza place. Who else? I thought there was something else. It was like 4 or 5 different places. And we could use any of those. So we did that. They also have 2 company vans we can use. Best Western was really, really nice. It was Best Western Plus. It put us right in the heart of everything. I mean, we're right there in Denton. So it's just south of that TA there in Denton. And my terminal is right near that TA. But, and I didn't even know that terminal was back there. I was like, I didn't even know this was back here. I broke down that TA like 4 weeks back. But there's a Best Western Plus, and right there is a Walmart, a whole shopping center, tons of food, everything else. So I'll probably be doing some home times there, because I actually like that Denton area. I did like it a lot. I didn't know it was a little college town. Better than Lubbock. I can't do Lubbock. It's hard. And there's things I like in Lubbock, but Lubbock is hard to deal with. It's just a different mindset. But what they did with the money, this is what they did with the money, which I thought was interesting. When it came down to the last day, she goes, she comes in with this little bag with the company logo on it. No offense if y'all ain't black, white folks, y'all funny as hell to me. The pink people, listen, no offense to y'all, your lighter skin, little pinkish, and our chocolate, y'all funny on how y'all do stuff, because y'all be doing stuff, and she's sweet as she want to be. She's like, Yeah, so you guys did great in the orientation. She said, so what we're doing is we're giving you $100 gift card for the company store. And we're like, that's nice of y'all. And she said, and then here's your prepaid Comdata card. You need to activate it. Here's the code for it. And there's $400 on there. We're like, whoa, 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 whoa. It's supposed to be $500 for the class. And well, you're going to get the last $500 after you complete your first load. Okay. She said, but this is the $500. The $100 gift card plus the $400 is $500. So basically, we forcing you to spend $100 of the money we're supposed to be paying you as your $100 sign-on bonus to spend it back at our store. So we're going to get $100 of our money back. Doing the most. Doing the most. I was like, slick Willie tactics. Slick Willie tactics. So really my sign-on bonus was $900 some merchandise. I ain't even used the gift card yet. I walked in the company store. I'm like, okay. They had some big people stuff. They go up to like 5, 6X. I got confused. But I was just like, okay, y'all doing the most. And the quality of their merchandise is nice. It's Eddie Bauer. A lot of their stuff is like Eddie Bauer main name brand stuff for their jackets and stuff, but with $80 price tag. So I'm like, oh, y'all is doing the most. What's up, Quan? Yeah. So other than that, that to me was part of a little bit of the slick Willie tactics. One guy, he was real pissed off because he specifically came, he could have went to their Atlanta, Georgia location, but he came to the Denton location because they were going to have newer trucks. And they told him they were going to have K-Dubs. They had one KW out there, but that belonged to somebody else. And everything else was all internationals. Everybody hates the international. It's just a cheaply made truck. It could be a nice truck and it's small on the inside. Woo. And that's the other thing. They didn't put no front curtains in it. So I got this curtain, but I ain't got no front curtain. So I had to go get, and I don't know if y'all remember, y'all been driving for a while, old school trucks used to be soft up here. It wasn't just this plastic. So they used to have a temporary curtain you could put up if your curtain broke, and you just hook it in like with curtain hooks, and you hook it all the way around. That's back in I had one on one of the trucks because they gave you one of the old trucks I got back when I first started out. They actually don't have it. I had to go buy one, and I up in here last night gluing up Velcro, and I have some industrial strength Velcro, so that's what I'm using because it was like $40 a TA, $8 for a temp curtain, and if you go and buy the curtain, that's 40 from international, $300. Yeah, but you can tell they didn't have no curtain in here because they didn't even use the hose. They didn't even put a railing up. And so I think one guy for some reason had one in his, but nobody else, none of the rest of us had any. None of us had no front curtains. I'm good because it's too small back there. Just being in the bunk, I gotta close it off. So I closed mine off. I'm just too claustrophobic. But no, anyway, other than that, like I said, what I will give it and what you have to really look at is, does it run? What I can tell right now, it runs very good. The engine mechanically, they've stepped their game up. The interior still is cheap as hell. Like I was telling Jose J. Elect, one of the things I don't like in the Freightliner, you can lift the bunk up and you have storage underneath. The only way I can do the storage underneath is from the side boxes outside. The bunk does not lift up. Matter of fact, the bunk, I'm gonna show y'all later, is plyboard. They just took some wood, like they went to Home Depot, took some plyboard and screwed it down, and that's where your bed sleeps on. I was like, y'all doing the most. And then he's got a plastic edging so you don't get no splinters in your ass. International is so wrong. And then they have like USB ports up here. I got one. I went to go pull the damn USB port, the plug out of the socket, and the whole socket and everything came out the truck. They shit is so cheap. They so cheap. I'm like, international, y'all wrong. The cabinet door up here, they have it's like you got a latch at the bottom and a magnet at the top. These ninjas didn't even screw the magnet in, so the magnet is sitting attached to where it's supposed to connect. Just and I'm like trying to close. I'm like, what? I'm looking. They didn't even put the screw in it, y'all. I went to slide out little desk drawer back in the back, and the whole thing just separated from the railing. International, y'all got issues. Yeah, and Trucker Bill calls it what do you call it? A cornfield Cadillac. And my dad calls them road binders. That's the nickname. He said, yeah, they used to call them road binders. I don't know why they called them that, but I don't think that was a good reason. I'm like, yeah, it's not. It's not. The ride is comfortable, though. It almost rides to me as smooth as that 2019 Freightliner I had out of the Oklahoma company. Almost that smooth. But relatively, they're nice. I got miles out the gate. I mean, because like I said, I was in Denton. From Denton, they sent me to Arkansas, Pilgrim Fried Chicken, or Pride, I think Pilgrim Fried Chicken. I picked up some chicken, and from there, they had me come to Denver. So I got miles right out the gate, boom. And I would have had another load had they not got this load loaded late. She had me another load going from, I would have picked up beef load in Kansas and taking that to Tennessee. So they'll give you miles. So next week, I'm going to be running my ass off. Monday, I'm gonna be running, which is good, and my payment's not due till sometime in February. So at least I have 1 or 2 checks with no payment, so that's good. And then they give us 99-cent surcharge. So for those of you drivers, if y'all looking, hit me up in the background on Facebook. I do not tell over everything, and I actually have to talk to you because I want to find out, and we end up talking because I don't just refer anybody, and I refer people to other companies. I also have a headhunter sometimes that I refer people to talk to, because if this ain't for, I've been talking to people, I can tell them this ain't gonna be for you. It's like I had one lady, I told you Larry Smith's story. She went to try to come to my old company, and I told her, you ain't gonna be here long. You got 18 years experience, and it's a starter company. You ain't gonna be here long. Look, I ain't gonna be here long. You damn sure ain't gonna be here long. And it lasted 45 days. Literally, her experience was so bad in 45 days. And I told her, and I'm gonna try to actually, I gotta call her, see if I call her after I do this live, and talk to her, because I think she can come here. They do newbies here. I don't know what the criterion is, but I think it's a little bit more stringent. But she's not new. She's got experience, so she might be able to go out with one of the trainers and then be in a much more mature company. So, and I think she'll have a better experience, because overall we were treated very well. And talking to a lot of their drivers, I haven't had one driver I've talked to who said crap bad about the company. Actually, I met a driver almost a year ago who told me about this company. In South Carolina, it was in the snow, that little snow thing in New Mexico. He was working for J.C. Christianer, and the only reason he left this company is because they didn't run California the way he needed. And so he stayed on the West Coast, and he went to J.C. Christianer. But he told me more about this company than the company. He didn't say crap about the company as that. He said really good company, and I was like, okay, because I told him I was looking at it, and then I saw a video about somebody else who came here, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a try. And if it don't work, it's walk away lease. I can just walk away. We see what y'all saying. Yes, thank you, Quan. Yeah, if y'all first time in here, please give me thumbs up, like. If you're not subscribed, subscribe and hit the bell. And if you watch the video later, do the same thing. Like, thumbs up, subscribe, hit the bell, and also check us out on Trucker 411. We're gonna be having some more stuff on there, and I'm gonna start trying to see if we can get some lives on there from some of the other people, because I've been getting questions in the background. Like I had somebody was asking me about my trucking schools in Arizona. So I'll mention that real quick. And I'm just going to mention this in a roundabout way, because not everybody's in Arizona. Wherever you're at in the country, go online, pull up all the trucking schools you can, find out what you can about them. There is a program called, I think it's called WIOA. It's a grant. And it's done through your local unemployment office that will pay for trucking school. To what coverage it is, I do not know. But I know I had a young lady asking me about going to the trucking school I went to. I can't tell you if the trucking school I went to is good today, because a company can be great for 2 or 3 years. And then, they get too big for their britches and they go downhill. I don't know. I do know there's 3 major trucking companies I knew of in Phoenix, and 2, and then they just added a third. One is some kind of Phoenix trucking school. One is AIT, which used to be American Institute of Technology. I think they went to American Institute of Trucking or something like that. Now they changed their name around a little bit. And the other one was Southwest Truck Driving. I investigated Southwest and AIT, and I went to AIT. My friend's husband went to Southwest and had a good experience. Southwest, I will tell you what I was impressed with them, because I had students that came from them when I first started training. They are really stringent on backing. So the backing is huge. So that I recommend. If you're gonna, so their backing is good. If you don't have the money to do that, the first place I would apply for, top number one company to get trained at a company, would be Prime. It would just be Prime. Hey, She Brings, I hope you got the WIOA. Okay, good. Okay, you heard. Okay. Yeah, I'm talking about your comment that you left me on Facebook. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, I think it's called WIOA is the name of the program. W is a William, I ice cream, O Oscar, A apple. One of the people who follows the Trucker Doll channel, she left that information. I did not know the name of the grant. She left that information about the grant. I knew the grant was there because back when I went to trucking school, several of the fellas ended up going for totally free because they were unemployed during the economy crash, and that program paid for them to go to trucking school. Matter of fact, they pocketed their financial aid money. I'm just saying. I didn't know about it because had I known about that program, I sure the hell would have applied for it. Yeah. Let me see who else is telling me. Okay, yeah, because I'm under. Okay, and anybody who tries to hit me up, you can pull me up under Trucker Doll for Facebook, but my actual Facebook page that I sign into is called Getting Saucy. It's a barbecue sauce that I'm probably going to eventually try to market. Quan, are you asking me where I'm at right now in the country? What's my 20? Right now, I'm in Colorado. I was in Denver. I'm in a suburb city called Hudson at a Love's. I had to get a shower, and the TA down in Denver was packed, and so was the Sapp Brothers. I love Sapp Brothers, even though that is a ghetto Sapp Brothers, sitting right next to the pornography shop. They share the same lot. The adult bookstore and whatever toys and everything else they got up in there is really a very scuzzy lot. But it's in Denver, and it's right there in the heart of Denver, and they didn't have a lot of parking. So we do have I get up to 50 miles of personal conveyance. So I drove to Hudson because I was parked at King Super, and King Super has parking. Like I have a staging area that you wait for them to call you back, but you can also park them. A lot of people, if you know it's there, you can go to sleep there. And they're right next to, it's them and it's Cisco. They right, and I didn't realize that street went around to Cisco. So now that I know that, I remember that if I ever have to deliver to Cisco. But they're right there, and they're right near the TA. And there's a Sapp Brothers, and then there's a ghetto ass Pilot there in the Denver area. I mean, it's tight as hell. Oh, sweet mother of God. Trucker Bill used to live right up the street from there. His wife's mom's house. They had inherited it. Well, their sister-in-law gave it to him because the wife had, or the sister had inherited, and she already had a house, so she just gave it over to them. So she's the oldest daughter, and they moved back to Denver, and they lived from ghetto. Goddamn, it's ghetto as hell, man. That Pilot is horrid. Yeah, we growing. I try. If I grow and I'm helping folks, that's cool. But yeah, we get a lot of people. I'm getting people in the background, which has been my goal. My goal, when I realized I'm in his 50s, is that God put me here to be a blessing. That's what I'm going to try out here. And I forgot who I was watching. I was watching somebody, was Kim Kipio on my Facebook, and she had on X. I love it. I'm actually might make. She did an excellent write-up of getting your information about coming into trucking before you come in. She drives a lot and is required to have a CDL, but she does. Her mind is amazing. So I'm probably going to ask her to be an admin on there. Not so a person, but I do think she's a writing person, and she definitely writes some good content. Quite intelligent. But she drives a lot, and she's traveled all over the USA. I don't know exactly what her business is. I'm going to probably ask her. But she followed the channel, and then she jumped on the Facebook, and then she put me on there. And then I also, if you're on here, Who was that? I was just She Brings Fuel. I'm gonna hook you up. I haven't had a chance to do it yet because I went to sleep last night after I responded to you. But once I link to you, if you can, I hook you up to the black CDL holders. If you're female, I hook you up to. So, if you're somebody's gonna cook on your truck, I have big truck cooking. So I try to hook you up in that hook you up to that, and obviously I'm gonna hook you up to the Trucker 411 because that's our group. Trucks coming in and out. Here, I'm gonna do this. Let me see if it changes it. Y'all know. Let's see if we get a. How's the signal going? Is that better? Okay. So the top of it, I think, is where mainly your thing. So I turned it because I got trucks are coming in and trucks go by. Here, y'all can see. By look at this truck. He got it pimped out, don't he? Bleecker. I think it's called Bleecker Transport. Some at Love's. Yeah. So if you got questions like that, I definitely try to answer them. The WIOA program, yeah, definitely that. And yeah, and I think you said She Brings Fuel Tank Princess. Are you in Arizona? Where are you located at? Let's see where you're located at. Also, y'all, if y'all do go South, oh, that's right, you okay? South Carolina. Okay, somebody was in Arizona look for the trucking school. You're South Carolina. Okay, I'll hook you up to those groups because you joined me and I'll hook you up to them. Because that's right. Me and you were talking about the LLC. That's what it was. Sometimes y'all I be jumping and people things going on. So I'm gonna hook you up with the black CDL holders. I'm also gonna hook you up with there's a women in trucking group that I'm on, and then there's a CDL lady. They've got some people who hooked to me on there, and they got some people in there, some old school female drivers. I forgot what her name is. She hooked up to me on. That's how I found out she was part of CDL lady because I was impressed with because that sister she out to the East Coast and see this hump in the ground and tell us how the trucks for electricity and stuff. I was like, this baby been driving a while. So yeah, I hooked some groups on there, and with CDL lady, I think they have some brokers in there. Like if you become owner out where you separated from company, you want to broker your loads. With the black CDL holders, they actually have people in there. That's where I found out. And I gotta get the Phoenix because if I can't, I gotta pull that paperwork out. Cause that I wrote down. Turn it back this way. I'm gonna get my healthcare connected. We were moving to for C Corp, and which one of those I really want to do. Bought bigger protections, and I'll number, which I understand the EIN number is free. I do have a young lady on the. She's in Arizona, and she owns her own truck. She took her truck from one company. She went to Travel Loco, and then she got her own authority, and she's running her own authority. She had reached out to me to actually drive for her. I don't want to. If I'm gonna do a 1099, I'm gonna do a 1099 working for myself. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. There's nothing wrong running 1099 and working for people. That's not the way I want to go. If I'm doing 1099, I'm doing it because I'm buying my own damn truck. I'm not gonna buy this truck. The ride on it is phenomenal. Interior got too much shit falling apart for me. It's too cheaply made on the inside. I really want a Freightliner. I think next year they said they're getting in KWs. I enjoyed the KW turning radius though, but I did enjoy it, and it's narrower in the front. So If that's available, that might be the route I go. I really was. I'm a Freightliner fan or Volvo. I would probably go Freightliner or Volvo. I love the Volvo interior. It's the more reliable truck, but I love the Volvo interior. Um, I just like the room inside the Volvo. I do. So, yeah. Uh, Somebody tore that truck up. Anywho, I'm just looking at this. He's bobtail. I don't know if he's picking up a trailer. Hey, baby. I'm gonna call you later, son. JJ Gaming's in the house, y'all. Um, but she brings. I'm gonna talk. We probably once I do my research further, I'll do a video or just even open discussion talking about the LLCs. Um, and just because starter company, there were these kids coming in there and they were doing the 1099s with no LLCs. If they get in an accident, they will take everything they have. And the thing is, people think they're just going to take it immediately. They can do, if you get sued, they can garnish you for years to come. So you want that LLC in place. It limits your liability. It limits them coming after your personal stuff. That's why you want that big separation. That's why I don't really want LLC sole or corporate, or excuse me, S Corp or C Corp. I want one of those because that gives me a good separation. And then I also want to separate it off my main account. Also, I want to pay myself. So I might end up leaving money in a business account and then paying myself like a company driver 45 cents a mile. So you can then treat yourself like an employee. There's little tricks and tips to that I was looking at. And the more I find out about it, I will start putting out content on it. So that's kind of the goal. So y'all gonna be growing as I'm growing. That's what this channel is gonna end up doing. If I learn something, I'll share it. Deal. But anybody who does want to go into the reefer side, JJ's on here too. He works for SRT. They do, and I like their stuff too. Equipment wise, oh, everything is on the driver's side. JJ met me, and he's like, "Why is your stuff over here?" Because they're crazy. Starter company. Everything on this truck, I fuel the reefer on the driver's side. My fifth wheel release handle is on everything on the driver's side. Landing gear in excellent condition. Only thing takes getting used to is driving the super singles. And I did it before with Conway, but it is a bouncy drive. It's like driving on balloons. And they slide a lot more. So different unless you really spend the money and get really good ones. They do slide. I could feel the sliding a little bit more. The grip is a little different. And they super singles all the way down the truck. All the trailers, all the trucks have super singles. Fuel economy is why. And it makes a huge difference. I'm more of a pedal person than I am a sugar. I'm more of a pedal person than I control. But cruise control is what saves your fuel. So if I get me some good open roll, I just put this bad boy on cruise control. I had to talk to, he was a local driver, so he hasn't done this. One brother who came in, he's coming OTR, but he's been local 18-wheeler. And he was McLean. He went to some other company. So he came to this one. And so he's got my number. He asked questions. I got to shoot him the trucker and this so that he has questions. It'll help him out. But he called me today asking questions about the truck and asking questions about running. Not that he's new, he's just new to OTR. And I thought that's another good subject that maybe I'm going to do it if D-Boy Stance wants to do on the channel, because she was with Prime. She then went local, so she can really give you difference between local and I think on the subject of people who might come from local to OTR, I think that's a really good. He's told to a lot of stuff. That's like I start talking to him about driving nights, not trying to use a cruise control, and granted, now that we're owner ops and you want that fuel economy, you're trying the cruise control. But if you're tired, don't use that cruise control. You got to know your body. If you're tired, take it because if you get tired and you start falling asleep, I'm just saying your body releases and the truck will almost stop in the interstate. You'd rather that than to be going 60 miles an hour and because you fell asleep at the wheel. So at least you get tired, and I've had it where you get tired and all of a sudden roads missing or you start seeing stuff in the road. That's it. You don't want to be in that condition in cruise control. And so, and it's happened to, you cannot tell me you haven't driven and it hasn't happened to most of us. So we'll end up dealing with that. And by the way, for those joining us in Colorado, it's just a suburb of Denver. I was in Denver. They didn't have any parking, and all the parking that they had was paid, but it was all a lot of. And I didn't even go down to the back. I was like, I'm not going all the way back there because there's a back section near the Blue Beacon because I don't walk that far across the lot to go take a shower, not as a female. So then I looked at Sap Brothers. Sap Brothers is packed, so we have up to 50 miles PC we can do a day. So I found the Loves. I had a free shower, and I drove over here. I could have just stayed at because they had plenty of parking, but I needed to wash my behind because I was going on that. When did we leave? We left Thursday. I left Thursday. Was it Thursday? So my last shower was Wednesday before I left. Yeah, Wednesday was my last shower. So Saturday, I was on day 4 with no shower, y'all. And I have to start physically itching. Because I was like, I am itching and I don't have all my stuff on here. And that's the other thing. I get back to Phoenix because my toiletries, a lot of laundry soap in my storage unit. All that stuff I need to go get. My bedding, I bought like just a real cheap set from Walmart that is horrid. But all my pillows. Right now I bought up my sweatpants, and that's what I've been using as a pillow. Because I got some nice pillows, y'all. I got those bamboo pillows. If y'all know about the bamboo, was it Sap Brothers? Sap Brothers, 2 for $40. That's the truth. Get them. I'm gonna go get some more because I told my dad about them, so I'm gonna get him some for the room that I'm gonna be in. Because the bamboo pillows are the truth. They soft. They got aloe in them. Wonderful. So I need to go get some of those. I should have went to the Sap Brothers. Well, know how to do it. If I go back into Denver, I'm gonna stop at Sap Brothers and go grab. But they comfy as hell. Yes, they are. Let me see. Anyway, what other questions y'all got? I'm trying to think what else was on there on my Facebook. I had questions. Oh no, it was a brother that hit me up about the trucking school in Phoenix. That's what it was. And he hit me up about the trucking school in Phoenix. Hold on. Oh, it needs to refresh. My PeopleNet. I'm getting used to PeopleNet because I never used PeopleNet. I had Qualcomm before. So first thing was figuring out how to do the log. I ain't do no DVIRs. I didn't even know where it was at, and I just found that yesterday. I know how to do my daily vehicles. I don't know if I can go back and do them. So, because I already do a pre-trip, but we'll see. But I just found that. So I know how to finally do logs. What else is on here? They don't have like a G that they don't have. So that's why I'm going to get the Rand because I love the Garmin. The reason I got the Garmin is because the Garmin was rated by a lot of truckers to not break down like the Rand. The Rand had a lot of problems. I'm a McNally fan because that's second to the first trucking GPS I had. I had some ghetto GPS, trucker GPS that came out, and I can't even find that around now. And I'm probably going to eventually get the TomTom. I want to see what it's like, compare them. But I'm just gonna get the 5-inch, like the little $300 Rand. As soon as my little extra bonus comes in, I'm gonna go ahead and get that. The reason east of the Colorado line, the Garmin is not great once you get east of PA. It has issues. It does. Once you do like anything from that Pennsylvania, it starts telling you stuff that's restricted that's not. So when I was with my starter company, there was roads that it was telling me was restricted that wasn't. Sometimes it doesn't know how to get some places. Like for example, get others, it told me I was gonna restricted road for the Sap Brothers, which there are roads to that Sap Brothers that aren't restricted. So I don't know how it was routing me. I got up on the freeway to get onto the 70. I could see Sap was full. So that's the issues I have with the Garmin's, because I know the Rand is going to be somewhat more accurate. The Garmin, because I mean they make the road atlas, right? They make our road atlas for truckers, so they're going to incorporate their own technology. Yeah, so I'm gonna do a comparison of that. Other than that, y'all, I ain't doing much today. I'm chilling. I'm gonna get back here and probably watch me some TV. Still dealing with this, not as bad, but I need to get to Walmart and get me some. I don't know if I have any in the back. It's a nasal saline solution. And y'all, I think I threw away my damn pill boxes. I think they fell in the trash can, and I didn't realize it. I had to trash up and throw it because I can't find them, and I'm pretty sure they're in the trash. So I have to get me some new pill boxes. So I mean, I didn't throw away my pills, but I threw away they might have had like a couple in there, but I threw away the damn box. Pissed off. Trying to think if there's anything else I want to cover trying to think of everything I want to cover. I will get an outside picture of my truck. Actually, I'll go ahead and put on this for my thumbnail. I'm going to change it, and I'll put the LLC. They did put my LLC on here. They told us they were supposed to do the logo. I still got to talk to the lady who was my recruiter, because they didn't do the logo at the Denton office. I'm wondering if they do it up at their terminal up north. So if they do it there, I'm going to see if I can get by there. But I have my logo already designed. I had come up with it before I came back in the trucking, because this was a route that I was going to take. So I'm going to wait. I'm going to contact her, because if they do it for free, I'm going to do that. But later on, if I decide this is where I'm sticking, like I give everything 90 days. It's like people give you 90 days, and give them 90 days. And if everything looks good, because that was about the time I stayed with that Oklahoma company to see the truth of how they ran. This one, that's the other thing this company does. We don't carry chains. We don't carry chains on our truck. Even like I'm in Colorado right now, I don't have chains on this truck. No chains. Colorado and several other states, they tell you you're required to carry chains. If I get pulled in and they ask to see my chains and I get a ticket, the company pays for it. They will not put chains on their truck. Basically, I love that about them, because what they're saying is, we don't want you chaining. If chain laws in effect, you need to park that damn truck. And I was like, bravo. That to me said a lot about their company. And they are a cold weather. Their main terminal is up in like Iowa or something like that. That's the main terminal. It's Iowa, somewhere up in the north. I don't know. Somewhere up north is the main terminal. So they are in a snowy area that gets a lot of snow and ice. And I thought that said a lot for them as a company, that they want you to shut down. It says a lot, because basically we're not even going to put it on there so you tempted to chain. If your chain laws in effect, shut that damn truck down. I just commended. I just was very impressed. Very, very impressed with that. Hey, Red Rose 101, what's up, baby? So they don't carry chains on the truck. They do hire brand new drivers. Again, I don't know what the criterion is. If it's something you want to do, we are strictly a reefer company. I've never seen a company, guys. I think but they are a reefer company. Depending on where you come in the country. Hey, Tiffany, what's up, baby? Depending on where you're at in the country, they may require, you might only be able to do lease purchase. So if you're in Texas, lease purchase was the only option. But like if you're up near their terminal, I think somewhere either in the Carolinas or Carolina, there were certain states they will hire you as company. Other states they won't, and they do have dedicated runs. One of their dedicated accounts is Smithfield, because the guy who referred me in, hold on, let's see what this thing saying. The guy who referred me in, he is he's lease purchase. Oh, let me go look at this. Y'all want to see? Oh, I can't see it right now because the thing. Oh no, I can. Hold on, summary. Oh, yeah, I only had 29 hours left on my clock. So it'll give me a reset, which is good. Then I'll start out the week with a good 70, and I can run like hell. So when she comes in tomorrow, I should have a good 70, and that'll get me open. I can just run the rest of the week. That'll work. But they do it's walkaway lease, no credit check. Most of their equipment, depending on where you sign up, is going to be 2017, 18, and 19. In Denton, they only had 2019s there. They might have had a few 2018s, but I think it was all 2019s. Their trucks come with APUs, inverters, refrigerators. They do have a pet rider policy, but their pet deposit, $2,000. It's expensive, but they're giving you a truck that is a 2019 truck, in most cases a brand new truck, and so that's why they do it. And I think it's fully refundable, and I think they take it out in $100 increments. If you go through all that work, Tiffany, you might as well just go and get your Class A. Are you wanting to drive bus or truck? And I'm sorry, I hope you heard me because I'm reading it. So Tiffany, well, y'all can read it, but Tiffany, do you want to drive? Okay, then I wouldn't even waste my time with the bus, because you're going to do a two-step, because you're going to have to end up taking some of the same test again, because your brake test for a bus, even though it's somewhat similar, you still have a whole bunch of other things you have to do in conjunction with the truck because of the trailer. So you might as well get your Class A, which will encompass the B. And then just make sure if you go somewhere and you might want to later go back to bus, just make sure you get your passenger endorsement. That's the only thing. I didn't listen to Trucker Bill. Y'all, when you got somebody older than you, been driving longer, listen. If you go to a school that allows you to get your passenger, get every endorsement. Every last one of them damn endorsements. Get them all. Because, like, let's say this doesn't work. And I say, you know what? Somebody told me to come over to Greyhound. I ain't got a problem. $23 an hour. Get your ass on the back of that bus. Just go back there. Don't smoke nothing. Don't fight. Mind your own business. And I would drive that Greyhound with them crazy ass people on it. Yes, I will. 23. While you bullying, $23 an hour to drive Greyhound. I said, oh my goodness. And they pay to put you in a hotel. You speaking my language. Shoot. Why are you playing? But and yeah, because he wants to come in the trucking. Granted, you can make good money in either. There's a lot. Transportation, it don't matter. Flight attendant, pilot, truck driver, trains, buses. Once you get in the door, you just got to find your fit. And once you get in, if you can find your fit, you can make money. You just got to find your placing. If you want to train, you can make really good money. The company I was at, child, I tried it. The new generation of human, I can't do it. And the new people, even people my age, crazy as hell. I can't. I'm crazy as hell in my own way. I can't talk about nobody else. I got my own level of crazy. But the new level of crazy, I can't do it. It's like, yeah, I can't, y'all. I got a segue on the crazy real quick. But Tiffany, before I get off of this, we talked about it earlier. So when you go back, go look at what I said earlier about the WIOA program and about researching trucking schools and trucking companies in your area. If that is not feasible for you, you can't get the grant and you don't want to go into the financial aid, which the trucking companies will pay off. If you can get with a trucking company and stay with them for a year, they usually pay your financial aid off, okay? That's what DCI Jams is doing on our Trucker 411 channel. You can go ask him questions. He's at Werner, and they're going to pay his student loan off because he went to a junior college to get his CDL. Also, people, check your junior colleges. Check your junior colleges because that's a cheap program And the whole goal is just to get your CDL. Once you get the CDL, you got to go to one of these jacked up starter companies. Once you go to start a company, you most likely ain't going to stay there for 20 years. You're only going to be there for 6 months to a year. You get your feet wet, then you can go to a grown-up company. And they're going to have their issues, but by the time you got done with the starters, you're going to be like, you know what? You might have played a little game here, but I can tolerate that from what I've been with. Hey, she brings wood fuel. I can tolerate that. But what you want to do, Tiffany, research out what the best option is. If none of those options of trucking schools would be my first top choice, a good trucking school. If that's not if you can't get in because it's too expensive, or you got to come out of pocket, or you don't want to get tied up in the financial aid, your next, and you can't get the grant, your next option is trucking companies, or junior colleges. Look for them too. If you can get a program there, go that route, because it's going to be cheap, because it's just going to be, whatever the college credits are. It can be like $100, $200, whatever. Unless the program is a more expensive program, which probably for CDL it will be. My next move that I would do is, if you can get on with Prime, I'm going to just say my view based on some of the trainers I've seen, Tiffany Hanna, Junior Honduras, and I'm not going to say all their trainers are great, but the way Prime is set up, I think they're set up for your success, because they want their freight delivered. This company I'm with right now. In talking to her, she said, we research why most lease purchases fail. And what I liked about them over the phone, I'm up here taking all these notes, right? She says, are you writing? I said, heck yeah, because I said, most of the time I got to write. She said, I'm sending you this in writing. That right there said a lot about the company. And she sent me, and I guess some of the other people in our class didn't have the same conversation I had, and didn't have the same type of recruiter. She sent me that shit in writing. Sent me PDF in writing, a PDF document, file, in writing, what the fuel was, because it's a graduated fuel depending on the number of miles you go. We get anywhere from $1 up to almost $3 a mile, depending on how close. The bonus, the sign-on bonus, that was in writing, although they didn't put that little caveat about the $100 for the store, but overall they met what they said. The maintenance account, the way that we don't pay into like a maintenance, what we do and we don't. We do a 10 cents a mile, but whatever maintenance I need done to this truck is just done. It's not something like, oh, you only got $500 in. No, it's overall whatever, they get it done. So they don't worry about that. The truck is gonna get fixed. And or if this truck is down for, I forgot how many days, like 2 days, they offer me another truck to get myself into. I'm moving to another truck. They give me another truck, and I keep on pushing. They give us 2 times a year for vacation. If your lease purchase, they cover $760. They give us $760. That we can either use for the truck, or I don't know if we pocket it or how it works, or it just covers the truck payment 2 times a year. So I could take 2 times a year off, go take a vacation for a week, and it covers my truck note. They give me $100 a week extra retention bonus so that I don't leave the company. All that shit was in writing. I have not had one trucking company other than Conway that I went to back in the day that put that much stuff in writing. None of them. I'm trying to think right now. 0. Other than Conway. And Conway, I wouldn't even say was that detailed. PDF document. Yes, she did. In writing. And in the letter as well. Yeah. So everything's in writing. So that much I liked. And everything they told us. I did not have to take the bus to them. They rented me a car. And I drove in to them. And had I been able to get back to Phoenix, she would have rented me a car in Phoenix, let me go pick my stuff up. But by the time I had moved my license, it was already into my funds too much. I didn't have enough money to get back to Phoenix and go, because I was like, I changed my license. That was like $60 some. Getting out to Texas, that was on a bus, was $150. Didn't have a little bit of money while I was there, covering my health insurance, getting all my prescriptions before I left. Yeah. So it was dipping into my money, but everything they told us. So, and it was put in writing. I was impressed. Some of the people, like I said, some people in the class, they were like, well, do y'all know I said, y'all should have been asking that. And look, I had conversation. What are y'all paying? What's your percentage per mile? She says, a graduated scale. And I started writing it down. She said, oh, I'm sending you this in writing. As soon as I hung up the phone with her, I had an email PDF document. Yes, ma'am. Printed that bad boy out. So they helped you register your LLC. They printed out our LLC logos on the side, well, the name on the side of the truck. So okay. So Red Rose, are you in school right now, or did you? Have you? Hold on, y'all. Let me plug the phone in. Battery's dying. Oh, other way. All right. So Red Rose, do you have your CDL, or you said you've been having your card? Oh, you see. Okay, so you've been having your CDL for 2 years. Okay, so you are a driver then. Okay. Okay. So yeah. All right. Oh, you're owner op. Okay. Are you under your own authority? Or are you doing like are you doing lease purchase through a company like I'm doing? Y'all forgive me, I'm hungry. Okay. Have you joined OIDA yet? Because I'm thinking about I'm gonna join on OIDA. If y'all don't know what OIDA is, it's an owner-op organization for owner-ops. Y'all, I'm hungry as hell. Okay. OIDA spelled, I think it's either OIDA or OOIDA. So O as an Oscar, I as an ice cream, D as in David, A as an apple. Research them online. They are it's a group. You pay for membership. They're an owner-op group. They also do a lot of lobbying regarding trucker rights. They also offer us a lot of I'm going to be joining them. They offer a lot of programs for us, like legal assistance programs at discounts, and sometimes even part of them being OIDA member. Your healthcare and stuff like that. A lot of different things you can get as an OIDA member, maybe even hotel discounts, rent a car, maybe. There's a bunch of discounts. But there's also a lot of good information for you as an owner-op truck maintenance. I listen to them. Sometimes the president of the organization comes on to Road Dog Trucking. If you guys have Sirius Satellite Radio, I forgot what channel it is. Road Dog. Just look up Road Dog. Hold on. What channel is Road Dog on? Hold on, y'all. Give me a minute. Road Dog, entertainment, comedy, Howard Stern's. I think it's like 140 something, but hold on. Road Dog. No, that's Raw Dog. Hold on. Road Dog Trucking, 146. It's 146 on Sirius. There's a lot of good information on Road Dog Trucking. Matter of fact, one of the major what's his name? He's a major talk show host on there. And if you become owner, I want to eventually get his book, and he also does conferences. But I met a guy who ended up buying his truck outright. His brother helped him sign for a lease. He used to be a dental tech, came into trucking, got his license, and he then went and bought him I think it's a new Freightliner. And pretty much we met him when I was training that little African girl. And he is Kevin Rutherford? Kevin Rutherford, I think is his name. But he does a lot of interviewing. But on that channel, there's a lot of times I talk to OIDA leadership, and you can get a lot of good information. OIDA will give you information about your tires, your mechanical stuff, your legal stuff, like the LLC stuff we've been talking about. In this industry, if you're going to do it as a business, you can never know too much, because most people coming in this, you just learn to drive the truck. You didn't learn how to operate the business. So, I mean, I have a business background, but to the degree of being somebody who started a business or who put all those ducks in a row, usually when you're in this truck, you are your corporation, you're your business. You don't have a secretary. You don't have you don't have a chief financial officer. You don't have an executive officer. You don't have, you're everything. You're your customer service. You're everything. So OIDA will help you with that. You might even be the person who handles getting shit fixed and to know what you're talking about. OIDA is one of the groups that will give you a lot of that detail, but also it helps to empower you with other stuff. So yeah, I would definitely recommend it. I'll be joining it as soon as my money starts coming in. When you said a work schedule, so the thing here, because I'm based in Lubbock and because I'm OTR, they want me out for at least 3 to 4 weeks before I go home. That's not a problem for me because I like to be out 5 to 6 weeks, and then I like to take 5 days off. Thank you, Red Rose. But I like to go 5 weeks and then take 5 to 6 weeks and then take 5 days off, which I told them. So 3 to 4 weeks to me, that's nothing. I want 5 full days off. For every week you're out, you get a day off. So that's why I'm going to do 5 to 6 weeks, and then I have 5 days off. Now, because of that, I have to save up a good truck payment. So, but if the money's coming in the right way, I know at least one check is going to be sitting there waiting for them, for them to go ahead and take the money for the truck payment. I don't have a problem with that, because I want that week off. But again, right now I don't have any major bills. What I'm doing is taking care of old debt, and I'll be taking care of that through something called a Chapter 7. So, and now that I moved to Texas, I'm going to have to do that in Texas. So I'm actually going to probably look for an attorney out of Denton to handle it. Lubbock doesn't have really a good Chapter 7 lawyers. I looked into them a while back. So I'm going to do it something probably out of Denton, because it's still Texas, just anywhere in the Texas area. Plus, I'm going to have to stay in Denton for anyway, because I need to get my hazmat and my TWIC card. So I'll run like 5 to 6 weeks, go back home to Lubbock for a minute. And then I'm going to run another 5 to 6 weeks. And then I'm probably going to home time in Denton. Get over to wherever they handle the hazmat and I have to go take my hazmat test and handle the TWIC card. I'm going to do that all at once, because that's all usually done through TSA. Get that knocked out. And I think it costs about $100 to get that done. Get that all done, because I'm going to do it all at one time. Because if you do it all at one time, it's easier, because the background check is the same damn background check. Get that done and put my hazmat back on my license, and also have the TWIC card. When I get the TWIC card, they said they do something with government loads out of the port. And that's something that they were trying to aim me for a little bit more. So once I get that, it doesn't reduce me to just not do, but I also, they know about my father. They know I'm going to be checking on him. They'll work with me on all of that. So pretty much I let her know. I let her know how to jump. My driver manager is a little new though. I think she's a sister, at least by the phone. I haven't met her, but by the sound, she sounds like a sister. And she's new. So I told her I like to more written. I don't be on the phone with you a lot. And she's a phone person because she's been blowing my phone up. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, yes, Jasmine. And then I had to rush. So this baby is new. So like she's trying to tell the reefer, you have it at 28. I said, am I near the customer? No. I said, am I in Arkansas? No. I said, if I just pick this reefer up, what do you think I got to do next? And she got quiet. I said, it has to get washed out so it can't be turned on. Only reason I had it on, Jasmine, is because I want to make sure it ran. So she don't know. Yes, Road Dog on Sirius XM channel 146. Yes. That's one of the ones I listen to. Sometimes it's a little dry, but sometimes you get some information. Like they had one conversation on truck tires. They also had conversation on engine issues on certain trucks. Like come to find out there's some kind of shimmy shake issue on the Peterbilt and the KW. And I think it has to do with the Cummins engine and something else. And he's heard this issue before, and another guy had called in. So people call in with their issues. They even call in with oil samples. It's an amazing channel. Like their oil sample, like readouts from their oil samples from their truck. And they actually, from the oil samples, tell them what's wrong with some really, really good information on that channel. It's like I said, it's a little dry. And then you also have the business information. You also hear some of the government things going on. They sometimes have government people on there dealing with DOT, telling you what's coming up in the near future with DOT issues. It's a lot of good stuff on there. Now, Kevin's not a fan of the lease purchase thing. He gonna tell you nothing about it. He's not a fan of it all. But I know he runs a lot of his own trucks. So, but he can give you some good information and you go from there with it. As JJ Gaming said on here, my son, Chi-Town Trucker, there's several pathways to be successful out here. Yes, if I can go out and buy my own truck, doing lease purchase is going to help me rebuild my credit. That's going to help rebuild it. It's going to help me bring the money in to get it cleaned up the rest of the way. But this may be the start, and then later on when I'm in a position to go to a dealership and purchase my own truck, then I'll go that route. Or I might be like some other truckers. There's people that come in here and they say, this is too much. I don't want to have to deal with fuel surcharge. I don't want to have to deal with breakdowns. I don't want to have to deal with, and they just decide to stay company. I might change my mind and go that. It's a learning experience. So it just depends. Right now I'm still getting used to it, switching my head from company to lease purchase, switching gears on how I handle the truck for fuel economy, things like that, in order to stretch out my fuel. Like I said, my fuel surcharge is only 99 cents a mile, but it adds up. Because each time I've stopped, it's been at least $70 to $80 if I'm just doing it at because if it's $1 a mile, 70, 80, a dollar per gallon, whatever, 99 cents a gallon. That's $70, $80 each time I stop, and that's going to come out from whatever my settlement is. So you have to kind of look at that as well. So I'm learning. Anyway, y'all, it has been 1 hour and 10 minutes. I'm going to close this out, finish my sub, and go back here and probably watch some TV in a minute. But if you're new to the channel and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. In the words of my boy Quan the Gamer, give us a thumbs up, give us a like. Also, check out the Trucker 411 and any other hosts on there. I got the Chi-Town Trucker. I don't know that DCI Jams does a lot. I think he does more on his Facebook, on the Facebook pages, so you can see him do lives on Facebook. And you can talk to him because he's Werner, and he's doing he did his training through community college in Florida. So he's got 6 months left at Werner to finish out paying, and then after that he's gonna get his own trucks. But he was already a businessman. He already had a contractor business with homes and stuff. So he's going to be bridging that, and he has some kind of affiliation with FEMA. So he's going to be leasing his trucks on the FEMA. Okay, my truck is about to kick off. So when it goes down to under 12 volts or whatever, it starts itself up to build the batteries back up. If you didn't see the start of the video, definitely watch it because there's a safety issue with the International that I mentioned with the locks on the doors. So if you ever get international or you know somebody, it's something they need to watch out for, especially on females. Because the first time I did, I was like, what the hell? Because when I noticed it, I'm like, this is crazy. So now I have to be really cognizant when I get in this truck to make sure I hit the lock. I'm a truck, even though my truck has a APU to on and off, as soon as you turn it off from the start, from when it was regular start, the door is totally unlocked. So there's things you need to do on that, especially when you stop to fuel, because how many of us walk inside to go to the bathroom and you may not realize it, even though you lock the side door, the passenger door is unlocked. And I was like, oh crap, they could have come up here and stole my GPS, whatever. So I learned that real quick. But if you got questions for me, go ahead and hit me up. And then D-Boy Stance is another one. Again, she was a Prime driver. She is local now, but she can answer. She did go through Prime's training school, so she can answer questions on that. So check us out. And then if you hit me up on the Facebook page, you can search me out under Trucker Doll. You can send me a message, and then I can send you a friend request, and then I will hook you up to any of the groups. If you're African American female, I'll hook you up to some of those groups that do that. If you're not African American and you're other nationalities, that's fine. Not knocking any other nationality. I'll hook you up. I have other groups that I use besides them. If you're coming into trucking, and then I also hook you up to the 411 as long as I know that you're interested in trucking. Some people come on here because I talk about other stuff sometimes. Like I was about to get into some politic conversation, but I'm not gonna go there with that government shutdown. With the exception of if any of y'all work for the federal government, like I know, y'all might want to find a new career. I'm just saying. That ninja had y'all shut down with no checks for 2 weeks or for 2 pay periods. And then gonna try to tell you to go get a loan and to go to the grocery store and negotiate something so you can get food. And you're a government worker having to go to food pantry. Y'all don't even want me to, I can't. I was just sitting here going, these ninjas is off the chain. Stupid as hell. Crazy as hell. But that's all right. He playing with that Nancy Pelosi, and that chick ain't no joke. You can look at her and tell she got a B with a capital B. That woman, look, if it went to a street fight, my money's on Pelosi, because I think she could. I think that little old lady just sit there, just look all timid, and come out with a switchblade and light your ass up. So Pelosi wasn't no joke, and I think little boy Trump found that out, because Miss Pelosi is Mama Pelosi, and Mama Pelosi got a belt for that ass. I'm just saying. Anyway, y'all, 2 and 2, be blessed, be peaceful. I'm probably gonna be rolling sometime tomorrow, because today should put me almost at a reset to get my hours back. JJ, if you on here, I'll probably call you in a little bit. And let me just make sure I got all the questions that came through. Okay. Yeah, I think we covered most stuff. If there's anything else I see, I'll let y'all know. JJ, I'll be calling you a little bit. I'm gonna call you while I'm eating this sub, because I'm gotta put my curtain up. I hate that I don't have a curtain, but I did give me a temporary curtain, so I do black it out here in a minute. So when I call JJ, it's gonna be all blacked out. And then I'm probably sleeping here, but I'm in Hudson, Colorado right now at Love's. And I passed this little Love's before. They very big, and I came in, whipped this bad boy in a circle, and backed up, and I was right up from the door. Went and got me a shower, got me a Subway. I got some sandwich meat in there, but my lettuce froze. So I had it set too high, and I was like, I got to get over there. Oh, yeah, let me mention that again. JJ mentioned it. JJ does our JJ, also known as Chi-Town Trucker, he does our website for the Trucker 411. If any of you guys are trying to hit me up in the background to try to reach me directly, it's going to go directly to him. Now, he'll probably let me know, but it's going to delay you getting your response. So what I would suggest is hit me up on Facebook under Trucker Doll, and you can just send me a messenger request. Send whatever through Messenger, which is, I've got She Brings Fuel. I think you hit me up in there, and somebody else did too. And I hope I responded to y'all. So for somebody hit me up in the background. I think when She Brings Fuel, I hooked to you. I got to hook you up to the groups. Somebody else hit me up about schools in Arizona, and I responded to you in writing. And I did a friend request, and I'm hooked you up also to some of the trucking groups, like the Black CDL holders. And there's a lot of owner-ops under the Black CDL holders in there, and there's a lot of brokers under there. So if you decide to go with your own authority, you can start brokering your loads. Also there's a couple women's trucking group I'm part of, and in there's some brokers in there as well. So I'll get that for you. Anyway, y'all, 2 and 2 be blessed. I will be I will be putting you onto those CDL groups once in a little bit here, since I got time tonight. So peace, y'all be blessed. 2 and 2.